Alright everybody, so I want to make a quick update again on Makita tools. I put a video up a while ago, probably like a year ago, talking about Makita power tools and why I think they're the best. You know, in my opinion, I don't know if you guys get that, my opinion, they are the best 18-volt lineup for what I do. Like I said, I've been doing construction, started remodeling to new construction, professional painting for like 4 years, remodeling and doing all that other stuff for like 5 years. So I just want to go ahead and show you guys the tools that I use on a daily basis that help me out. You know, I don't have a script, I don't have a sheet of paper, I'm just saying it off the top of my head. There's a lot of people that commented on my old video talking about like, oh yeah, you're a fanboy, you're this, you're that. But no, I started with Milwaukee's and DeWalt's, working with companies. My first ever set was a Ryobi set. It was the blue and yellow Ryobi set. Some guy said it was like 20 years old. No, they're not. They're only like 10 years old because they're barely posting at the Home Depot the 10-year anniversary. Anyways, like I said, I'm not scripting anything. I'm just saying why I like Makita tools and why I think they're the best. They have the fastest charge time. They have the smartest charger. That's Energy Star qualified, whatever. And this is what I use on a daily basis. Okay, people. First of all, the radio. You know, I can work without music, but I love to work with music. You know, most of the time I'm doing the houses alone, or you know, where there's no the customers aren't at the house, it's not occupied, so I like to listen to music. That's like the number one thing. I have the 4 amp-hour battery on there. It lasts like a good 4.5 5 days pretty much. It lasts on a single charge on the 4 amp-hour battery. Once again, they invented brushless. I don't know if you people know, but so here's their mini recip saw, and the only reason I bought this is to where you get into entryways for bedrooms, and then the closet would be right next to you, to the left or to the right, and you can't get the bigger saw in between that and you want to do a patch. That's what this is for, the compact recip saw. The fan, okay, what can I say about the fan? I use that a lot too. I'm a, you know, like a painting and doing mud and joint compound and texture and all this and that. If you're just gonna do a quick patch and or you're gonna do a wall, you know, it's nice to set up the fan. It's cordless, and you could use an AC adapter as well. So I like to use it a lot. I'm always connecting it and charging it. The base is flexible, so you can adjust it to wherever you want. Sorry about the mess in the van, people, but I have to clean it. But you see, you can adjust it to whatever. Turn it on, high speed, low speed. You see, I use that all the time. It makes, when I'm doing drywall patches and I have to use hot minute mud, and even if you want to dry it faster, you use this, and you use a heat blower, you know, to dry hair, or a heat gun. And the most used tools right here are the impacts, of course. I'm running the new 2 amp-hour batteries, and man, these things are awesome. They'll last almost as long as the 3 amp-hour batteries. They're so good. They feel so light. They feel like a toy, man. I swear to God, they feel like a toy. And this one's even smaller, the LXDT06. They have XPT in them, so if people don't know, you know, I don't think Milwaukee or DeWalt or any of these other guys are offering them on their impact drivers, but they were the first ones started to put that in there. Their water, it makes them better, more water and dust resistant. They developed and commercialized the impact driver, so pretty much they invented the impact driver. 2 amp-hour batteries, they're awesome. They last a long time. I use that a lot. I use a multi-tool a lot when I'm putting in doors. It works good, man. It has a light. It has a variable speeds right here from 1 to 6. What else do we use? Let's see. I have the regular scale saw, and then I have this huge bastard right here. It's the Makita 7 1/4 inch saw. This shit's a beast, man. It cuts through everything. It takes 2 batteries, magnesium shoe. It's a beast, man. The wing nuts are all really big and bulky, so you know, you won't, they're easy to grab onto. They're rubberized. It's really nice saw, man. For heavy duty and for demo, when I have to cut sheets and sheets of plywood and demo heavy stuff, this is what I grab right here, man. I wish it was a worm jibe, but you know, you get used to it. Next thing in line, I bought three different kits, man. So let me show you really quick. Sorry about the mess. I bought the first compact drill, the drill driver. It's a hammer drill, it's a smaller size. And then I bought the bigger size after that. As you can see, that has a little bit more torque. This one has 480 or something like that. 480 inch-pounds of torque, or 450 inch-pounds of torque. This one has 530, if I'm not mistaken. No, this one has like 450 inch-pounds of torque. This one has 530 or 520. And then we got the huge bastard over here. This is their new one. This one's rocking the 4 amp hour batteries. This fucker has 1,090 inch-pounds of torque. Metal chuck. I only use it when I have to drill hole saw holes for the plumbing vents, and for the vents that need to go to like the dryer, you know, the dryer to dry your clothes out. Then they require a pretty big size hole, so I use that to drill them holes out. And then the mini or the smaller compact circular saw I use it all the time. They're about to come out with the brushless model. I can't wait for that. The recip saw I use it a lot when I'm doing demo work to put in doors. The blower, I use this so much, man. I use this so much. It's so versatile. You can use it for, so I've used it to make it dry paint faster. I've used it to blow out all my saws. Once I'm done cutting, you know, all the dust debris gets all over the tools and everything. This thing has a variable speed trigger. It has 3 speeds. I use this a lot to clean out my shop vac filters. I blow the shit out of them with this little thing, man. And it's a small, compact one. This thing flexes, so you don't have to worry about it getting broken and all that. But man, this thing is so awesome. I use it a lot. It saved me when I had to paint over like 2,500 square feet of deck, and I had to clean in between all the joints of the planks, you know, and there was hairs and dirt and dust, and I was gonna try using the shop vac, man, but every 5 minutes that thing would get clogged up with hair, so I started to blow it all with this. This thing saved my life, man. I'm gonna have to get another one. They have a new one with more RPM or whatever, or blows harder, whatever. I use 2 lights for when I'm cutting in walls and everything. Has a 2-speed. It's a 6 LED, and then it switches to, 12 and then 6. So that's 2 speeds. I don't know if you can see the 12 little bulbs or lights or whatever, but I use 2 of them because we like to light up the area that we're working in when we're cutting in, painting in the floors, and there's not enough light. We use that all the time, man. I use that all the time. And let me see what else we got here. Oh yeah, we got the old cordless grinder, the brush grinder. It's all right. I mean, it works pretty good, but the thing was that when you were trying to cut steel or something heavy and you'd really push up against it, it would kind of, you know, it kind of bind on you. So it's all right. But now that I got this one right here, brushless XPT, it has this thing. It takes a lot for you to make it to bind down. You know, it just keeps going. You know, once you start hitting that material, I guess it automatically shifts to the material that you're cutting. So if you're cutting rock or whatever, it automatically kicks in, you know, the extra power that you need to cut through the material. Or if you're cutting through something soft or sanding something soft, it'll feel it right away and it'll kind of lighten up on the torque. It's just XPT again, water and dust resistant. This thing's awesome, man. It runs all day. Like I said, this one's dust resistant. This one's dust resistant. Not the older one. This one isn't. The old compact hammer drill. These 2 are the LXDT06. This one it's dust resistant. I love this one too, though, man. The metal die cast housing. That thing's awesome. And then another used tool that I use a lot is this shop vac, man. It's a mini vac. I have another one just for the house because my girl uses it all the time. So like I said, to me, Makita has over 100 tools. I mean, you can't beat that, man. You can't beat that. Over 100 tools. Who has over 100 tools? Does Milwaukee? No. If anything, they have like 55 or 60 at the most. Ryobi has like 65 to 70 something. DeWalt 20 volt line only has like what? Probably like 40 or 45 at the most. And those aren't even the real numbers. I'm counting them high to make it seem like they have a lot. So unless everybody knows the numbers, please comment and write it down. But from what I've seen, nobody else comes close. The only thing that Milwaukee does have that I do like is that they have more brushless tools available right now at the time. You know, like they have the circular saw, the 6.5 inch and the 7 1/4 inch already available in the U.S. I mean, Makita has a lot of the stuff available already, but they're out of the country. Like the grinder just got here. You know, I was gonna wait for the cutout tool for the drywall because I just ordered it, the Makita drywall cutout tool, and to make the video. But a lot of people had been asking me to just post another video, and like I said, man, I tried DeWalt and Milwaukee. That's what I would use with the companies. I owned the Ryobi kit, but I just needed something with more you know, more power. Those Ryobis are pretty cheap. Those are for homeowners. I mean, they're good quality, but don't get me wrong. If you want the power and you want the, you know, the better stuff, man. You can't go wrong with Milwaukee, DeWalt, or Makita, man. Like I said, I tried them all. I owned a whole thing of Ridge, and I sold them on Craigslist. I owned a whole thing of Ryobi. I gave a new set to my dad, and I sold the other ones on Craigslist. Milwaukee and DeWalt, I had a couple of them too. I sold them. You know, they were all right, but they just didn't have enough tools, man. I said I do a little bit of everything, man. I remodel homes, so I need a little bit of everything, and Makita offers me the most. And like I said, they have a whole bunch of other tools like roto hammers, and not only do they make all that, but they make compressors, they make miter saws, they make table saws, they make everything, man. And everything they make is quality stuff. There's a hose right there. I don't know, man. I mean, you guys can say and hate whatever you want. I tried them all, man. So you guys aren't confusing me or whatever. Like, I've tried them all. DeWalt, Milwaukee, Makita just has more to offer, man. The fastest charge times, the best chargers, that cools your battery. Who else has a fan that cools your battery and that gives you a ringtone when it's done charging, you know? As soon as you put that battery in there, that fan kicks on to start cooling your battery. And if it's too hot, you know, if your battery has been too hot, it'll cool it down before it even starts charging it. And as soon as it's done charging it, that ringtone comes on, and you can change the ringtones. Fastest charge times for a 3 amp hour battery, it's 30 minutes. 4 amp hour battery, it's 40 minutes, and their new 5 amp hour battery charges in 45 minutes, dude. I mean, how long is a 5 amp hour battery going to take to charge on a Milwaukee or Ryobi or DeWalt? Like 2 hours? I wouldn't doubt it, because their 4 amp already takes an hour and a half. And I know, because I have the Ryobi tools lithium 4 amp hour batteries, the new ones, the green ones, and they're all made from the same company, Milwaukee, Rigid, and Ryobi. So if you guys have any other thing to say, just tell me. I mean, this is my own opinion. This is what I think is the best, man. Makita, I'm a big fan. Unless they start to suck and somebody else comes with better stuff, I'll switch. But in the meantime, you can't mess with it, man. Makita's the best, okay?